Again, welcome. If this is your first time with us, we're so glad to have you. We hope you know that you belong here. You found a home. If you need one and you're looking for one, this is it. We're your people. We're your family. And if you've been here a lot, welcome back. We love you just the same. And I'm going to have honor light our chalice. Well, I have some words to say here by Deborah Falk. A chalice light in our midst is a symbol of our liberal faith, a faith built on the foundations of freedom, reason, and welcome, a faith sustained by acts of kindness and justice, a faith that envisions a world flourishing with equality for all people, a faith that demands the living out of goodness, a faith that requires thoughtfulness, a faith of wholeness. And this tiny flame is a symbol of the spark of all this within each of us. Thank you. And then I have a few opening words, or some opening words by Anne Frank. I can feel the suffering of millions, and yet, if I look up into the heavens, I think that it will all come right, that this cruelty too will end, and that peace and tranquility will return again. In the meantime, I must uphold my ideals, for perhaps the time will come when I shall be able to carry them out. And we're going to have, I'm going to introduce our guest musician. John Slocum is filling in for Mike Kilmore today. And we're so grateful to have him. He's such a talent. So John and Ray are going to play us a little centering music, and this is just a time for us to take a deep breath. I don't know about you guys, but we've been watching the Olympics nonstop at our house, and we've just been jacked up on all the wins and all the fun competition. But also, there's just been a lot going on in the world and in our country. So it's a good time to just take some big, deep breaths and listen to our awesome musicians. Thank you. Thanks. If you're willing and able to stand with us and say our covenant, it'll be up here on the screen. And then stay standing after that for our opening song. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you. And if the choir can come up, we'll sing our first song. It's page 108 in the old hymnal here, My Life Flows On, an Endless Song. You may be seated. Thank you.
Behind you.
I'm going to have Honor come up at this time, and Honor's in charge of our Children's Religious Education, CRE program, and we're going to have a little ceremony. Thank you.
So we want to recognize some milestones in our congregation. First up, we have Liam Strauss graduating from middle school to high school. We have a certificate for you. Angela Stubbs from middle school to high school. And our own James Brockway graduating from high school to beyond. Yeah. We really want to see how much we appreciate our family here. Thank you.
Okay, so if you are new with us and you're just not familiar, we are a lay-led community, and we fund ourselves basically. So now is the time where we ask for money. So if you're able to share a little bit or a lot, whatever the Spirit leads you to do, that would be greatly appreciated. We'll have some ushers that will pass around a basket, or you could mail a check or whatever you can do would be greatly appreciated. And we'll have our musicians play us a little music. Thank you. Music just makes everything better. Could you imagine if we were just sitting here in silence while they were passing around that basket? No. I'm not good with awkward silences anyway, so I always have to have music, and I love a fresh musician. So, okay, enough about me. It is my honor to introduce our message and our kind of host, if you will, for today. You've already seen them once, Honor Bell. They do a lot of everything around here except for singing the choir, as of now. But we really appreciate them and all the work that they do with our children and administratively around our church. But they're going to lead us in a panel, and I'll let them take it away. So please help me introduce, or welcome, Honor Bell.
Okay, enough about me. Now's the time to, now's the time that we're going to welcome our children and youth up here for our panel discussion about the joys and concerns of returning to school. Okay, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, your name, and your pronouns if you like, and we'll start from there.
My name is Angela Stubbs.
And the pronouns if you like.
My name is Angela Stubbs, and my pronouns are she, her.
Does it sound on?
Strauss, and my pronouns are he and him.
My name is Elliot Vincent, and my pronouns are him. My name is Aaron Fraser, and I don't know why.
That's fine. All right, please this way. And there you go. So I'm going to ask you your first question. What did you like most about school last year?
My favorite thing, my favorite thing about school last year was my teacher, Miss Cleaver, and she is still a very close friend to this day. I just saw her yesterday. We went thrift shopping.
All right, I have a long thing that I wrote out, so sorry. But so I went to Brown Barge, and that's like a integrated curriculum school where we take things called streams. And I could bore you for like 3 hours talking about how it works, but my favorite stream was Wake Up America, and it's basically where you write a bill and you propose it to your entire class of like 200 people. And if you don't like public speaking, this is not for you, but it was my favorite stream, so yeah.
I also went to Brown Barge, and my favorite thing about school was my friends, because they were always there for me. My favorite thing about school is going to art class, because one time it was Christmas, and I have a special thing from art class.
So, what was the most interesting thing you learned last year?
The most interesting thing I learned last year? Probably the value of being quiet sometimes. The value of just, there are some faculty, not naming names of course, but there were some people in charge that I didn't always agree with, and I had to see every day. And I couldn't do anything about it. It wasn't like they were doing anything necessarily wrong, I just didn't like it. So I just stayed quiet, and it went okay.
The most interesting thing last year was my project on literacy. It's basically in the state of Florida, roughly 60% of kids, if I'm not mistaken, who are in the 3rd grade read below grade level. And I learned about this with a group of 4 others, and we visited I think it's like the lowest rated school in Escambia County, and we gave them books and donated money, and yeah, I guess that's my favorite thing. It's the literacy project.
My favorite thing that I learned, so I was in mass media, and you just learn about tech and stuff, and I learned how to code, and that was pretty cool. I learned about owls and their diets, and pretty much I was pretty disgusted when this happened. It's like we were looking through, like, not like owl pellets, like not like dirty ones, like they were cleaned and stuff. And we looked to see what animal the owl ate. And mostly the whole class got the same thing.
What they get?
I forgot what the animal was called, but it was a type of bird.
Thank you. excited about for school this year?
I'm most excited about seeing new people because I'm going to high school now. It's going to be my first day of high school tomorrow, and so it's not going to be the same 3 people I saw at my very first public school experience ever. Not public school, not homeschool experience ever, before. So now it's going to be like people coming from other model schools, and that's really exciting. High school in general, new things, but also really scared, but it's okay.
I'm really excited about all the clubs I get to join at PHS. I'm just now entering high school as a freshman. They have like 16 different extracurricular activities, and I was really happy to see a gay straight alliance club. Since we live in Florida, I didn't really expect to see it. So, and one of my old teachers from middle school is there.
I'm going into 7th grade, and that means I'll be in a grade higher than like 300 people, and it also means that I'll be in a bunch of new, like, different classes, because we can't be in the same stream twice, and I'll just meet new people and learn new stuff.
What are you most excited about school this year?
I'm most excited about is because I'm gonna meet my new teacher at a dorm in the 3rd grade hallway outside of the hallway. And I heard my grandma say that she's gonna bump me up to a new book level, like barely any pictures instead of graphic novels.
Is there anything you're worried about this year?
Everything. Losing the value of quiet. Yeah.
Has anybody heard about this thing that's like a new education curriculum in Florida that talks about communism? Now, a lot of people disagree with me here, and I may say something controversial, but the thing is, this is a form of American propaganda. This bill basically says that kids will learn why communism is bad and capitalism is good. This is where people don't like me. Capitalism is not good. So we would function better as a social capitalist society. So, yeah, just getting political.
There were a lot of mean people at school last year, and I just don't want the 6th graders to be bullied.
I'm most worried about is going on a new bus because usually kids on my old bus, like, they're very crazy and they walk around the bus a lot.
What might be frustrating in school, and how will you handle it?
Shenanigans. Kids doing too much. I don't know. Something I heard way too much last year when a student got told to stop or whatever, got in trouble. I didn't even do nothing. And I'm like, just accept it. Just accept it. Yeah, once you're in trouble, there's no reason to try and get out of it. Just go. At that point. I think they need to learn the value of quiet.
The most frustrating thing for me is the work, but the only way to get work done is to work. So, yeah.
Last year, I kept hearing people like talking about their friends in a bad way, and I couldn't really like tell them to not do that because it like the teachers didn't really listen to me, and I just don't want that to happen again.
When I get something that makes me really frustrated at school is when kids do something that makes me really mad and I don't really like it, and I had to tell on someone twice, which made me really frustrated because I didn't want to tell on them, but they kept doing something that I didn't like and kept blocking the way to go inside the playground.
Is there anything here at UUCP you can take into challenging situations? Or how can your church community support you this year?
The hope I get from being here, seeing all these people together, being nice to each other, and gives me hope that I can go to school and be nice to people. Regardless how hard it can be. Something I am scared about that I didn't mention before, really scared, is the hallways at Washington. I've heard they are the most rambunctious thing ever, and people do not care. Like, walking really slow or walking way too fast, and too many people. So scared. But I guess I can just be okay. And just being here gives me a lot of hope, and all these people make me really happy. Thank you.
The church community can just help me by listening, because listening is how we get stuff done. So.
I think it would be nice if we had like signs on the bathrooms that covered up the men and women and changed it to like gender neutral or something, because you don't have to identify as a man or a woman to like have that.
How can your church community support you?
Well, I hope that everything goes good and I don't get frustrated and get mad at my friends, like new friends. And I hope some of my other friends are in my class.
And one last question. What do you think will be your happiest time of day?
Walking home. Okay, not because I really hate school or anything. I just really like walking.
All right. Well, then I think I speak for most people in high school, and it's seeing my friends. So yeah.
I think lunch, because you don't have to sit with your friends at an assigned table unless someone gets in trouble and that affects the entire lunchroom.
My favorite time is breakfast because they have donuts, cinnamon ones.
And can we give them a round of applause?
Thanks again, y'all. Appreciate you sharing. Thanks. Okay. We appreciate our youth. They keep us young, or remember what it was like to be young. They help us with one of the two. Thank you, Honor, for hosting that panel discussion. Okay, so if you're willing and able, we're going to sing our closing song. Y'all know this one really well. It is in your gray hymnal. It's on page 118, but I also have the words up here. And yes, you can stand if you're willing and able. And it's number 118, but again, I think y'all know it well. So if you want to put your hymnal down, it's a good clapping song. I'm just saying. Clapping. Okay, easy closing words. Audrey Hepburn, one of my favorites. She said, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible." So remember that when y'all start your new week at school or go on to your endeavors. But thank you so much. Don't forget, second hour in just about 15 minutes because we're a little early, so maybe top of the hour. Goodies just over here. Thank y'all so much for coming. Thank you, John, for filling in. We love y'all.